Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 22 of Civilization 5 as Babylon. Shaka picked a really bad time to declare war on me, and I think what I'm going to have to do is try and get a couple of units over there to help try and defend not only Akkad but also Babylon, as he has troops heading that way. It's going to be quite difficult for me to actually get over there because we've got quite a lot of hills and things to get through on the way. I am going to try and move some units in that direction. Unfortunately, I don't have an awful lot of decent units, and I certainly want to keep some units here because I don't want to miss an opportunity to grab Buffalo Creek from Rome. I think he is still at war with Hiawatha, and indeed he is. Now, Ragusa here is controlled by the Iroquois, and we've also got Brussels here controlled by Austria. I have actually gone to Austria and the Iroquois to see if they would be willing to declare war on Shaka, because then these two city-states could help out with the units down here. Unfortunately, neither of them are willing to do it, so we're just going to have to put up with it and see if we can thin out a few of their units. I don't suppose there's any real chance that we can actually get these guys to flip over. No, 131 influence, that's not going to happen. What about Ragusa? How you guys are angry in 189. So, yeah, we're never going to get either of those guys on our side. So, let's just go on to the next turn and see what happens. We've got to be careful because, of course, we've got trade routes which we keep getting pillaged. It looks like Hiawatha's actually attacking Rome now. I mean, I would have liked to have got Rome myself, but it's very unlikely that I'll be able to get anything through there. What I may actually ask to do is get open borders with Hiawatha, because if I can do that, then I can move into, like, this tile here with the cavalry, and that would probably allow me to grab Rome if I needed to. I'm actually being bombed now by Shaka. It was a couple of days since I played the last episode, because I've had some video woes thanks to updating my video drivers to play Metal Gear Solid 5. Which now, every time I record something, I end up with a green video. So I think I've solved that issue, but I've sort of forgotten where I was up to. So this is getting quite problematic now. We are being attacked by quite a lot of pesky units. They are rearranging quite heavily now. It looks like we could very well lose this city, which I'm not best pleased about. So what we want to try and do is get rid of the melee units if possible. Well, that's going to get plundered, isn't it? Well, there we go. We have Neuschwanstein. So what can we do here? Well, we could certainly take some of these units out. I think these guys will kill themselves on the city if they attempt to attack. So let's see if we can actually finish these guys off. And again, not quite enough to do that. So he does have two melee units that he could try and attack the city with. We do have the walls of Babylon in here. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot else. I think I'm just going to leave that archaeologist in there for the time being. Try and get these guys over as close as we can. But again, a lot of hills and stuff in the way. So Rome hasn't taken any damage at the moment. Neither has Buffalo Creek. We've killed a Zulu spy. That's fantastic. We've now finished Neuschwanstein, which is really good. We actually have an unemployed citizen here. You could at least be working a tile, I suppose. Get a bit of growth going there. Oh, well, actually, we could put you in the public school. Well, we need to grow. What else do we want to get over here? I guess a bomber could be useful. Let's see if we can get a bomber. We can fly that down there and then use it. Okay, units needing orders. Archaeologist, I think. Can I get you out of here safely? The answer to that question is probably no, so we're just going to get you to skip the turn. We could well end up losing him if we lose the city. I hope that doesn't happen. You're just going to work on railroads. Oh, hello, Zulu caravan. Now, we can't reach him with you. Unfortunately, because of the position of that caravan, where's he actually going? He's actually going through Arretium. So if I just put you there, couldn't move on to this tile because it's a forest, but if I put you there, you should just auto-pillage it when it comes through. That's the plan anyway. Okay, so Hiawatha's going to have a few more shots at Rome. I mean, Rome does have the smallest army now. Now, it might seem a little bit daft that I'm concentrating on trying to grab Buffalo Creek or Rome, but remember, the victory I'm most likely to get is a scientific victory, and having some really good cities will help me do that. If I have to trade that really terrible city I've got in the west for Buffalo Creek, then it's probably the better option. Because if Buffalo Creek or Rome fall to Hiawatha, that's just going to make the Iroquois even more powerful than they already are. And they are already my biggest threat by far in this game, because Rome is pretty much screwed at this point. Although Rome do seem to have quite a lot of artillery around. They're not letting Hiawatha have sort of free reign through their territory, so I don't need to jump in just yet to try and grab one of these. Yeah, we'll keep selling our spare citrus to England. There we go, we've plundered 100 gold from a caravan. That is fantastic. I'm just hoping these cannons can't do enough damage. Unfortunately, they probably can. He's trying to attack now with his infantry. He's had a little bit of a unit reshuffle. Yeah, Cad's taking quite a bit of damage here. So, we're going to have to try and take out as many of these units as we can. Certainly want to take you out. We also want to take you out. He can't attack us on the next turn because he's... Oh, that is plains. He could attack us. Yep, we've got problems here. We're just going to straight up take out that cannon if we can. And indeed we can. You can't really get very far, so we will move you up. Maybe we can bait these guys into coming and trying to attack. I'd love to upgrade it to a machine gun, but I just can't afford to do that right now. I'm going to move this Gatling gun back down, this, artillery back down here, so we can potentially have some shots at Buffalo Creek. And I need to keep going to Shaka and see if he's willing to peace out. He actually is, so let's just go ahead and do that. There's no need to lose a city if we don't need to. And we don't want to be losing trade routes. And I'd also like to use this archaeologist now. I would like to go here and build a cultural site, but it seems pointless because he's just going to come over here and pillage it the first opportunity he gets. So let's go and try and lift a few artifacts if we can. And get a little bit of tourism. It isn't going to make a huge deal of difference at this point in the game, but... this will keep him busy. So what I've got to do now, really, is just concentrate on... it'd be nice to get Rome, because he does have a few wonders in there. He's got, like, Cristo Redentor, and there's a few other things he's got in there. I can't remember what he's got exactly. Got, is that the Temple of Artemis, it looks like, down there? And he's got... I can never remember which wonder that is, but he does have a few wonders in there. We'll check shortly and just see what he's got. Because it would be nice to grab them. But I need Hiawatha to do the lion's share of the work, really, before I can sort of move in. He's rebasing quite a lot of his planes to Satia, so maybe he's going to start putting the pressure on Rome right now. Will you just do it for citrus this time around? Yeah, you will. Okay, we don't need to give you our iron anymore, which is nice. Which is good, because I don't have any. So we still got good happiness. 33 turns until we have spices. I assume that's a deal that we already had. Oh no, we were paying you for spices. Well, yep, we'll keep that going then. No reason why not to. I think I might try and get open borders from Hiawatha just to have a cavalry sat down here. Because I think it might be useful. So what we're going to do... Hiawatha. Costs us a couple of gold per turn, but that shouldn't be a problem. He should be willing to do it. Yeah, he wants mutually open borders, but if we offer him something like 1 gold per turn... Yeah, so 1 gold per turn for him to open his borders. We can now go ahead and put this guy down here. And we'll take this other cavalry... and put the cavalry in a position ready to strike Buffalo Creek. Having the... Actually, I'm going to put him there, because he can still do it from there. Just about. This gives me much better vision, of course. I'm loving this random 1 tile that the Iroquois have. This gives me much better vision, and of course, if I do need to attack Rome, I should be able to grab it from this tile. Same with Buffalo Creek. Let's just have a quick look and see what Rome does have. Global politics. So they've got the Eiffel Tower, the Temple of Artemis, the Oracle, and Cristo Redentor. So they've only got 4. So So yeah, Christa Redentor is just there. We can see that is the Oracle then. Temple of Artemis is just here. I can't actually see the Eiffel Tower. Unless he's actually built that in another city. It is a little bit hard to see some of the wonders and the way that they show. If he still has the Eiffel Tower, so it must be in one of the cities that he actually... oh, there it is. The Eiffel Tower's just there. So the Eiffel Tower's actually in this city. Okay, but it was still nice to grab some of those, though. If we could actually see Onondaga, that's going to have loads of stuff in there. And they've got, I don't even know what half of these are. That's the pyramid, and they've got, I think that's Chichen Itza, and then, or is that one Chichen Itza? I can never remember which one's which. It's got this thing here. That looks like, that the Taj Mahal? He's got a lot of stuff. I really want that city, but I think it's going to be too hard for me to try and fight, I think we might actually leave you up here, actually. It's going to be too hard for me to try and fight the Iroquois, especially as things are at the moment. What I am going to do is start moving some units to defend this city, because you know Shaka's going to attack us again at some point, so we might as well be prepared for that. You could just go on to alert mode. I'd like to upgrade these, but I just don't have enough money. This one definitely needs upgrading first. Do I have anything that I could sell? Austria would like salt and sugar. I'm not sure if I have any spare. No, I only have one of each. I could give them away. I do have a bit of spare oil as well. You don't want to buy oil. Okay, that's a shame. Does anybody want oil? The Celts would buy oil, although I'm not actually friendly with the Celts, so I could only get gold per turn. Oil. She will give me gold per... I can't remember how much gold per turn you get for strategic resources. I think it's 5. Wow, no. 4? No, well, I'm not that bothered about it. We will get the money. It won't... A couple more turns we'll be able to upgrade at least one gun, so that'll be fine. So you can just go back onto alert mode. You can set up and then go on to alert mode. You are now in range of Buffalo Creek. You can just sit on alert mode. You can heal up. And then if Shaka does attack again, hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a front to deal with him. You're going to pick that up. That's going to take 19 turns. Hopefully you can do it before we get another declaration of war and somebody comes over there and kills you. The map's doing what the map's doing. So it does look like Hiawatha does have a few units close by. The problem I've got in terms of trying to take Rome is I don't have any units to do any damage. So I've pretty much got to rely on Hiawatha being able to get Rome down to nothing and then me ninjaing it on the next turn. Which is going to be next to impossible, but if I see an opportunity to do it, I will do it. Because getting Rome would be awesome at this point. That said, I could just go and declare on Rome, because I don't think Rome has an awful lot left. But we shall see. Babylon demands incense. We should have enough money to upgrade this Gatling gun now to a machine gun, so let's go ahead and do that. And this machine gun can actually move up here out of the way, because it'll protect the route to Babylon slightly. We will get this one upgraded to a machine gun as soon as we can afford to do so as well. So it looks like Rome's taking a few more hits here. Now always you've got to remember here that machine gun, these are ranged units. Ranged units cannot take a city. So unless Hiawatha has a melee unit close by, we might be able to do this. Unfortunately, Hiawatha does his damage and then Rome gets a recovery tick, which doesn't really help, but... Well, it's still getting bombed. But 1, 2, 3, providing we don't have to go adjacent to a hostile unit, we can get in there and grab that. if its health ends up low enough. Have we got another? Yeah, there's another plane coming in. Surely this has got to get it down into the red now. The number of times it's been hit. Still taking quite a few shots. Ah, no, he's starting to try and move some units in now, which I don't particularly like. I definitely don't like that, because now that's blocking my path. Bugger it. There isn't really any way I can get around that. Because I can't go around this way because of zone... Well, I can't go in any direction because of zone of control. He's just completely blocked me there. But again, it doesn't look like Hiawatha has any melee units in range. So it is possible that these units might shuffle around. We might still be good. That's what I'm going to try and rely on. Okay, where were you going to previously? You were going to Rome. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going to Rome with this one. Machine gun, you can go on alert and just wait for Shaka. You guys go on alert as well. Okay, let's go on to the next turn. And let's see how this unfolds. So I fully expect he's going to get it down to 0. The question is, can he take it? And if he doesn't take it, can I get it? So he's got a lot of artillery around. He'll probably start bombing it as well. You might not bomb it because I've got the anti-aircraft here. But it's already down to 0. Yeah, he is starting to move. I don't know why he's just moved a worker in next to city bombardment range. Oh, now Rome's trying to tell me that Hiawatha's plotting against me. So, Rome is starting to thin out the... good, he's moved that unit. If Rome is low enough... Austria's just declared war on Rome. If Rome is low enough, I can grab it. And we might also be able to get Buffalo Creek as well. This might be it. My heart's pounding now because this is really going to have to involve some timing. Got to be careful here on Buffalo Creek because, of course, Ragusa have got a lot of units over here. So let us see if we can do this. Can we tell what chance we would have? Okay, well, this cavalry is out of bombardment range, so it should be safe from both directions. I can't afford to leave it anymore. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and declare our war against Rome. We might as well. Right, can I grab this? Why is it only letting me move one tile? Where is there a hostile unit? Did I not just declare war on Rome? Declare war. Oh, it's because I thought that was the yes button. Yes. There we go. Now we've declared war on Rome. Okay. We don't have enough to take it. Which is a real pity. I don't have anything stronger, really, that I can send down to grab it. And potentially I can get one of these... infantry to come down. Do we want to do some damage to Buffalo Creek? Probably not a lot, because I want to be able to take it myself. I'm not going to do any more damage to Buffalo Creek. Again, I can't see any melee units that belong to Hiawatha that are within range. So, I think I'm going to wait on that. It might be a mistake. But we'll see what happens. You guys can just shore up. My cavalry just don't have enough health to take Rome unless it's truly down to 0. Well, the Iroquois are now completely culturally influential over us. Now, if Rome can get down to 0 and remain at 0, we might have a chance of grabbing it. They can grab Rome on the next turn if we can't, because they've got an anti-aircraft gun right next to it. He's firing at my troops here, which is unfortunate. Might not be able to get Rome. I might have to settle for Buffalo Creek. I don't have enough damage because I can't do any damage to Rome on this turn. Yeah, I don't have anywhere near enough damage. That is a pity. Looks like Austria's back at war with Shaka. So that'll hopefully get rid of some of those units. I'm going to give you the heal instantly because you're about to die. Yeah, I'm just going to have to back up, I think. Now, the question is, could I take Buffalo Creek? Let's give you accuracy 2. Do some damage to it. But I don't want to weaken it so much that Ragusa or Hiawatha can just swan in and take it. So that's as low as I'm going to take it on this one. See, even that infantry couldn't take it. So we can move you up onto the hill. We can pillage. You're not in a terrible position anyway. You're firing at us anyway, so let's move you adjacent and we can pillage. You're just going to sit there. You might get... I just don't think we can take Rome with a cavalry. Because Hiawatha is the one doing all the damage. Hiawatha attacks first, and then Rome get a recovery tick. Declaration of Friendship has expired with somebody. The Iroquois. I think we might get that back, because I don't think I'm going to be in any position to fight the Iroquois at all. There's Rome with a great general. Friendly trade route plundered. Wasn't one of ours, so that's not too bad. This is giving our city up here a little bit of time to recover. Hopefully Brussels doesn't fall to Shaka, because he did have a lot of units down there. So let's see what we can do here. Hakad has finished its Artist Guild. I suppose it'd probably make sense to get a castle down here, because it does keep getting attacked quite a lot. Rome still has health left. You guys can just basically... well, you need to heal, really. We still can't take Rome. So let's just move you up a hex. What about Buffalo Creek? Still don't think I have enough to take it out. I think actually we might. Gonna have to attack it with both of my infantry. Or maybe we just do it with one. Awesome, we have Buffalo Creek. Well, we could liberate it and give it back to Hiawatha. No. Let's go ahead and create a puppet, at least until it is out of resistance. And that's going to help us quite a lot. And then I can start moving some units down that we could probably use to try and attack Rome. So let's get some more units coming down this way. Again, I don't really have enough that I could throw at Rome in a single turn to try and take their city from them. But let's just move a few units in range if we can. You can't get to there, which is a real shame. You're just going to sit and heal up. You are going to heal up also. Caravan, you were going previously to Grand River. You can carry on with that. Let's just try and stay friendship with Hiawatha. Because I honestly don't think that Yep, he's still willing to be friends. I honestly don't think that I can beat him in a straight-up fight. As far as tech goes, we're still ahead, which is a good thing. But that is all I can do for this turn, so that is a good place to end the video. We've managed to capture what used to be a Iroquois city, but then was a Roman city, and now it is ours, and it's not too bad of a city either. Now we just need to see if we can grab Rome, because if we can do that, that would make us very, very strong. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.